For over 3 decades, one of Star Trek's most fearsome and enigmatic threats remained dormant, almost forgotten by the wider galaxy. But now, after 34 long years, Star Trek has officially brought back the terrifying Doomsday Machine, reviving it as a deadly weapon capable of reshaping the balance of power in the universe. The return of this ancient menace is not just a thrilling callback to the original series, but a bold narrative move that ties together old canon, modern storytelling, and an unsettling message about the cyclical nature of destruction. This resurrection isn't just fan service, it's a chilling reminder that some threats never truly go away. The Doomsday Machine's original debut was a Trek horror story. To fully appreciate the impact of its return, we have to go back to 1967 Star Trek, the original series, Season 2, Episode 6, The Doomsday Machine. Written by Norman Spinrad, the episode introduced an alien superweapon unlike anything Starfleet had ever encountered. The machine, a planet-killing automaton capable of consuming entire worlds, was not just powerful, it was relentless, mindless, and unstoppable. What made the original Doomsday Machine so terrifying wasn't just its destructive power, it was its unknowable origin. Kirk and his crew never discovered who built it, only that it was most likely a weapon from a long-dead war between ancient civilizations. It functioned as a kind of cosmic landmine, left over from a conflict so catastrophic it outlived its creators. The metaphor couldn't have been clearer. Some weapons are too dangerous to exist, and their mere presence is a threat to civilization. In the decades since, the Doomsday Machine has remained one of the most memorable Monster of the Week threats in Star Trek history. But after its lone appearance in 1967, it never returned in any canon show until now. 34 years later, Star Trek revives the machine. In Star Trek, Strange New Worlds Season 3, the unthinkable happened. During a tense diplomatic mission to the neutral zone, the USS Enterprise intercepted a distress signal from a planet that no longer existed. As the crew investigated, they discovered something horrifying, sensor readings matching the exact energy signature of the Doomsday Machine from Captain Pike's historical records. Suddenly, Starfleet was no longer dealing with hypotheticals or old stories. They were face to face with the resurrection of an ancient terror. This wasn't the same machine that Kirk destroyed. It was a second unit, dormant until now. Hidden in deep space for untold millennia, it had reactivated after being accidentally triggered by a Romulan mining expedition. Unlike before, however, this machine showed signs of adaptation. It had upgraded systems, faster than warp mobility, and even a new form of energy shielding, making it impervious to standard torpedoes. Continuity is reshaped around the return. The return of the Doomsday Machine changes more than just the present, it rewrites parts of the past. For years, fans speculated that multiple Doomsday Machines might have existed, scattered across the galaxy. After all, why would such a powerful weapon be created only once? Strange New Worlds confirms this theory, revealing that the devices were indeed part of a large-scale arms race during a pre-Federation era, possibly connected to the same unknown species that built the Iconian Gateways or the Tkon Empire. This ties into deeper Star Trek lore by suggesting that several galactic civilizations may have had contact with these ancient weapons. New records uncovered by Commander Lon Noonien Singh even hint that early Romulan and Cardassian cultures have myths eerily similar to the Doomsday Machine, recounting sky serpents that devour the stars. These shared myths may actually be fragmented memories of the machine's earlier appearances across millennia. By reintroducing this concept, Strange New Worlds effectively makes the Doomsday Machines a larger part of the Star Trek mythos, bridging classic Trek with modern storytelling and setting up potential stories across multiple series. Why Star Trek chose now to bring it back? The return of such a devastating weapon is no accident. Star Trek often reflects contemporary fears through its speculative lens, and the Doomsday Machine's reemergence aligns with growing concerns about autonomous weapons and AI-driven warfare. Whereas the original episode served as a Cold War allegory, highlighting the dangers of nuclear proliferation and mutually assured destruction, the new iteration feels eerily relevant to a world reckoning with drone warfare, algorithmic decision-making in battle, and the militarization of AI. The Doomsday Machine is the ultimate rogue AI. It has no conscience, no off switch, and no agenda beyond destruction. Its return acts as a warning. Once unleashed, technology created for war may outlast humanity itself and continue the fight long after we're gone. A new era of fear. Starfleet's response. Unlike the original series, where Kirk had to improvise with limited tools, Strange New Worlds portrays a more coordinated and high-tech Starfleet response. Admiral April authorizes Project Sentinel, a top-secret task force of science officers and tactical engineers charged with understanding the Doomsday machines and creating a fail-safe system to neutralize them. This introduces new characters and ideas, such as Dr. Mallory Chen, a cybernetics expert who proposes reprogramming the machines instead of destroying them. The moral question becomes central. Should Starfleet try to turn a weapon into a tool? Could they harness the energy of a planet killer for interstellar construction or planetary terraforming? Or is any attempt at control merely delaying the inevitable disaster? This debate mirrors ethical dilemmas seen throughout Trek's history, from Data's personhood to the treatment of genetically enhanced beings. The Doomsday Machine isn't just a threat, it's a mirror for Starfleet's own ambition and hubris. The Romulans, the Klingons, and the galactic arms race. Naturally, news of the Doomsday Machine's return doesn't stay within Starfleet for long. Romulan intelligence operatives attempt to secure fragments of the damaged machine, sparking a new Cold War-style scramble for control. Klingon warlords believe they can awaken the machine and ride it into battle. Even the Ferengi are rumored to be auctioning off pieces of its outer hull to the highest bidder. This arms race sets up a fascinating new geopolitical storyline in the Trek universe. Unlike the threat of the Borg or the Dominion, the Doomsday Machine is not a faction. It's a tool that any faction could attempt to use. The implications are vast. Whoever controls the machine, or just learns how to awaken another one, could destabilize the entire quadrant. A multi-series future, where this story can go. One of the most exciting aspects of the Doomsday Machine's return is how it opens narrative doors across the Star Trek franchise. It could appear again in Star Trek Prodigy. Young minds could grapple with the ethics of inherited destruction and legacy technology. Star Trek Lower Decks. Its reappearance could be played for black comedy, especially if Boimler's crew accidentally triggers a dormant unit. Star Trek Picard future spin-offs. A legacy character like 7 of 9 might explore its ties to Borg AI or attempt to weaponize it for peace. A Section 31 movie or series. The clandestine group might seek to control or bury the truth about the machines entirely. Most importantly, its presence signals that Star Trek is willing to return to its roots in cosmic horror, not just exploring alien civilizations, but confronting ancient forces beyond comprehension.